Good morning, everyone. I invite you to rise in body or in spirit, turning in our gray hymnal to number 303 for our music for gathering. We are the earth, upright and crowned, in the gray hymnal number 303.
And I serve this congregation as part of the lay worship leaders team. I am grateful beyond measure to be here with you in this, our sanctuary, a place where we have laughed and cried and been cracked open to the wondrous beauty of the world. And each Sunday when we gather here in person or online, we are reminded it is good to be together. The First Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor has been meeting continuously since 1865. For approximately 8,372 Sundays, people of good conscience have been gathering together, reminding each other of the reasons we continue to work to make the world a better place for everyone. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, online or in person, thank you. Thank you for being brave enough to try something new. If you'd like more information about our congregation and our faith, you are welcome to join us in the Redmond Room after this service. That room is just down the hall on your left, where a member of our congregation will be there to answer any questions and provide you with more information. For newcomers joining us online, please consider filling out the newcomer survey at uuaa.org/newcomer. Both of these options will give us an opportunity to connect more deeply with you and direct you to groups and resources that may be of interest. As a small human being alive and awake in a world that is teeming with distractions and rife with tragedies unfolding anew each day, it can be difficult to remember our purpose, easy to forget the ways in which we can make our space our own. As we prepare to enter this sacred space today, I ask that you prepare yourself to not only listen with your ears, but also with your heart. Please join me now in taking a few centering breaths. Trans Day of Visibility was created by Rachel Crandall Crocker as a celebration of the resilience and accomplishments of the trans community. In contrast to the more somber grieving that accompanies Trans Day of Remembrance, this day is an exaltation. Our service has a unique focus, an identity-based exploration of the lived experiences of trans people in our congregation. Today, we are rightfully blessed to have so many creative and artistic presenters who have chosen to share their lives and their art with us. We are now gathered in community, gathered for worship.
If you are watching us at home right now, I invite you to gather a chalice or a candle and have it ready to light along with us here in the sanctuary. Today, I am thinking about our chalice as something more than just a symbol of Unitarian Universalism, more than a logo that was created to give authority to an organization that worked to provide safe passage for persecuted individuals who were escaping a fascist government decades ago during World War II. Today, I am thinking about the chalice flame as the light that is within each of us, the light that you will see burning brightly in our speakers today, the light that for trans individuals is seen by our current administration as something that needs to be extinguished, banned, erased, or imprisoned. So let us remember that as we light our chalice today, we each carry a light within, one that can illuminate joy and beauty, love and hope if we let it, and one that shines even brighter when joined with the light in other human beings marching along the path of resistance, as I saw in the throngs of people gathered yesterday for No Kings protests in our communities, a light that shines even brighter when we collectively join with other human beings on that path towards justice. You will see and experience just how brightly this light shines, both in defiance of this administration and in the joy that our speakers convey in being able to share their authentic selves and their artistic gifts right here in this space. So I invite Joe Libin to come up and help us light our chalice today. As we light this chalice, remember it's a visual representation of the light within each of us. As we say these words together, we light this chalice for the light of truth. We light this chalice for the warmth of love. We light this chalice for the energy of action. We light this chalice for the harmony of peace. Thank you, Joe. May our internal light also guide us to act with intention in our relationships with each other and in our interactions with those who may prove to be challenging to us. We say these words of our covenant each week to guide us and to help us remember how we choose to move through the world. Will you join me in these words? The spirit of this church is love, and service is its law. This is our covenant with each other, to dwell together in peace, to search for truth in love, and to help one another.
In a world of this and that, of either or, what becomes of someone who is both, or even neither? By Airlie Anderson. Once upon a time, there were two kinds. This and that. These and those. One or the other. Until honk. What kind are you? I'm both. You can't be both. You must be neither. I'm neither? So, neither tried to play this game. You can't play with us. You're not rabbity enough. Neither tried to play that game. You can't play with us. You're not birdie enough. Why don't you find somewhere else? You're not one of us. You're neither. Neither, neither, neither. Where did you come from? Honk! I'm from the land of this and that, but I'm neither. So I'm looking for somewhere else to fit in. Well, this isn't somewhere else, but you will fit in here. Where is here? So many different kinds here in the land of all. Come play with us! But I'm different from everyone here. I'm neither red nor orange, nor yellow nor blue. Exactly. Excuse us. We're from the land of this and that, but we don't fit in at home. We're looking for somewhere else. But you said I was neither. You said I should go somewhere else. Well, this isn't somewhere else. This is the land of all. And everyone fits in here. Once upon a time, there were many kinds. This and that, somewhat and whatnot, either and very, sort of, just, rather, a little, neither, and both. And all were welcome. Leaving the land of this and that, welcome to the land of all. The end. Now is the time in our service when the youngest among us will follow their adult leaders to their spirit spaces as they walk out of the sanctuary. Will you join me in singing Full of Love as our children and youth depart this little light of mine?
Time, talent, treasure. The oft-repeated phrase speaks to the ways in which you can contribute to the financial and spiritual well-being of the congregation and the community beyond its walls. We hope that this desire to help is guided by love, as in this line from a favorite hymn, "Though I may give all I possess, and striving so my love profess, but not be given by love within, the profit soon turns strangely thin." Your profit here today is knowing that your gifts support our ministry and enable our congregation to withstand all challenges to our freedom and our inherent dignity. There are many ways you can be part of this giving. You may place cash or check in the baskets as they pass you by. You may text UUAA to 73256. You might even venture online to uuaa.org/giving and make your donation there. Whichever path you choose, know that your gifts are truly appreciated. I would now like to invite the ushers forward, as today's offering will be gratefully given and received. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you, Allison. I'd like to ask the ushers to please come forward. And I would ask you to rise in body or spirit as you are comfortably able to speak with me the words of dedication. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our lives, and these our offerings. Thank you. You may be seated.
Oh, goodness. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be talking with you all today. My name is Asher Tabatowski-Bush. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm a trans man. I am an artist by passion, working on getting it to be more of my trade. I got a Bachelor's of Arts from University of Michigan back in 2013. Currently, I work primarily in acrylic paint and more recently with paper collage, and that's what I'm going to be showing you all today. Trans joy and trans stories is central to my work, and so of course I have to start with bright, happy colors. I'm sure all you can tell I love color and sparkle and maybe a little bit of camp. I make these pieces by painting many, many sheets of paper and then cutting them down and building those up into 3D collages. Some of these pieces also include some mixed media, specifically handmade paper that was made by PJ Two Ravens. He was a local trans elder who passed away a few years ago and was a very dear friend of my husband's. He started one of the first trans support groups in Washtenaw County. There's something very preserving in having a piece of him and his history in my work. In terms of style, I'm very influenced by children's book illustration. It's a style that just feels so universal and disarming for me. This first piece is Dragon Queen Storytime. Oh, I'm back. We don't fear puns here. I made that in 2023 after reading way too many articles about the legal banning of cross-dressing in drag performances. I'm sure many of you remember the specific targeting against drag queen story hours. And you see, my grandma worked at a local library, or my local library, and I grew up on Story Hour. I remember it being this communal, imagination-fueled playtime, and I wanted to just show all of us as fairy tale creatures dressed up in rainbows and sharing the joy of stories together. My next piece is A Touch of Lavender. This one started out when I was at a thrift shop and found the best frame for queer art I can imagine. It's literally pansies. The subjects are a trans masculine fairy couple, and yes, we weren't kidding about jokes. Honestly, the focus for me was showing trans bodies. One of the figures has scars from top surgery. That's the name for one of the gender-affirming surgeries you can get to help remove breast tissue. And the other has his natural chest. There's just so many ways to exist as trans, but usually when I'm seeing artwork, I tend to only see trans men with top surgery scars, so I don't know, it was just important for me to show that there's a variance there. I also wanted to depict a loving trans gay couple, something that reflects my own relationship. My next piece is something a little bit more somber, Fallen Brother. I made this while grieving my friend and roommate, Gene, who was killed a few years ago. He loved nature and was really into medieval art, thus the knights. I have this wonderful memory of going to a local trans community gathering with him, where we all sat down in the grass and we wove flower crowns together. When we got up to leave, the place that he was sitting was all compressed, making this little mold of him. And that's what mourning him feels like. The shape of him is still there, but he's missing. And the grass moves back to its original place a little bit at a time. The last one I'll show you today is Little Maiden. It's this one right here. When I was little, I loved unicorns, especially the really old stories about unicorns finding and sitting in the laps of young girls that they just can sense are pure of heart. I think everyone hopes to find people that really see us for who we are. And being trans, often there can be this incongruence with how people see you and how you know yourself to be. So this is a young trans girl. You can see she's just starting to grow out her hair. She's hiding from storm under a willow, and this unicorn comes to her as if to say, I recognize you, and you are who you say you are. I made these pieces because I needed to see the resilience, the joy, and all the wonderful things about our queer community, things that have been continually under attack. telling our stories, showing our faces, these are acts of resistance. These pieces specifically are for all of my trans siblings out there. Please know we are loved, we are strong, we are going to make it to our happily ever after. Thank you.
At General Assembly in 2024, Reverend Jacaren Bell offered the final comment before the vote on a business resolution supporting the rights of transgender, non-binary, intersex, and gender-diverse people. Some of you may remember the preceding discussion had been difficult at times, and Reverend Bell wanted to make sure that those groups heard one message unequivocally. Lean in, she said. I love you. The repetition of this message moved Reverend Linda Susan Ulrich to compose our next hymn, Holy and Divine, in honor of the transgender and non-binary community to which they belong. Please remain seated and join in singing Holy and Divine when you feel ready.
Maten Va. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kalina Leftwich-Crafton, and I would like to offer today a guided meditation specifically to connect with the ancestors of all of our lineages that are trans, gender nonconforming, gender expansive. And first, to honor my own ancestors, I would like to offer an ancestral prayer in Scottish Gaelic. Sin Sharan Je Solus Geogok, Morantang Erson Mo Dukas, Morantang Erson Mo Inchkin, Boek, Kria, Agus Anam, Morantang Erson Dotrum Gul, Sturig, Krianak, Agus Lidak, Guyam Shi, Guyam Slanche, Guyam Trumgul, Guyam Kolhorum. Thank you. That was the first time I've ever said that in front of anyone, so we did it. Thank you. All right. And this is a dedication to all of us and to all those who have come before us to create the opportunity for us to be here. And for this meditation, you are welcome to close your eyes or keep them open, whatever is most comfortable for you. If they are open, Just find a spot in front of you where you can allow your vision to unfocus and relax. And focusing on your breath, allow it to become full, but not forced, with your exhales slightly longer or the same length of your inhales. And with every breath out, you feel yourself relaxing not only into your seat, but into a place of stillness and a place of safety to drop in and to allow the depth of feeling to come forth. And I invite you to see in front of you a colorful door that is unlike any door you've ever seen, made of swirling colors that encompass every color of every shade on the spectrum of light. And slowly, the door begins to open up to a place in nature where there is a path laid out before you. And on both sides of this path, there are people gathered here who line this pathway until its end. People of every ethnicity, culture, heritage, age, and era of human history. And with warmth in their hearts and souls, they welcome you to walk along this path. And you not only see, but feel yourself moving with every step forward along this path, looking towards the faces of these individuals. And as you look towards their faces, they welcome you to meet your eyes with theirs. And you can not only see, but feel the radiance of life behind their eyes. Life that tells the stories of expansiveness of what it means to be human. A human that experiences duality. And you see and feel their stories of sadness, their stories of joy, their stories of fear, their stories of bravery, their stories of defeat, of triumph, of heartache, and love. All of these stories are expressions of life. And as you continue to walk, you broaden your vision to take in the entirety of their physical forms. And as you do, you witness in real time the passage of their transitions, their transformations, their repeated cycles of life, death, and rebirth. This cycle continues with each version of themselves that undergoes that transformation. You now broaden your vision even further to witness that this place in nature goes through the same transformation as these trans ancestors. Life, death, rebirth, shown through the passing of seasons, the changing of weather, the sunshine of day followed by the darkness of night, and the sunrise of a new day. And you see that in their transformations, in their cycles of life, death, and rebirth, these trans ancestors are in alignment with and part of nature in a way that is nothing short of divine. A gift of these trans ancestors and those today who are trans is the reminder that change is part of nature's cycles. And humans are a part of nature. To change is to be in rhythm with nature. to be in rhythm with ourselves. Change is transformation. Transformation welcomes expansiveness. And the experience of expansiveness is the gift of being human, being spirit in form. And you come to the end of this path where once again the door with swirling colors is in front of you, surrounded on all sides by these ancestors of transformation. And you feel in your heart the warmth of gratitude for the gifts and insights that they have offered today. And they too share that same gratitude with you for allowing yourself to experience and be open to this. And the door opens before you as you see and feel yourself pass through. And as you do, you drop more deeply into your senses that bring you more presently into this room that surrounds you. The seat that you are on, the air that you feel on the edges of your skin, the sounds in this room, and the smells, and the tastes on your tongue. And I invite you to take 3 deep, nourishing breaths, drawing you and all that you have gained here back to this present moment. And when you feel ready, begin to gently open your eyes, mindfully returning to this room when you are ready. Thank you.
Lean in.
My name is Forrest, and my pronouns are they, them. You may recognize me as one of the AV folks back at the back desk with Crystal. Today I will be speaking specifically from my own experiences as a transgender person, and I do not speak for my community as a whole. I am non-binary and transmasculine. Most days I present as a masculine person, but in rarer spaces where I feel space to do so, I can more comfortably express myself femininely. Ultimately, I am a queer person of trans experience. I am a queer person of trans experience. I say this because at my center, I am a person, and the way I perceive and move through the world is informed by my inherent transness. My coming out process can be summed up by a series of different periods of time, if you will. The first, summer before sophomore year in high school, an all-girls Catholic high school, mind you, I came out to myself as bisexual. Shortly after, a sporty jock lesbian who still liked dudes. And after leaving sports came my lipstick lesbian phase. Then, after being thrusted back into sports again via the crew team in college, butch dyke. And that's where I stayed for a minute, until I learned the word transgender. Yeah, I didn't know the word transgender until I was 18. Growing up in the golden age of Tumblr.com, my main source of knowledge was following dozens of trans guys documenting their various stages of physical transitioning. That, in addition to the more holistic education I received at University of Michigan Spectrum Center, it had me questioning how I truly related to my gender. Thus began the period of exploring gender fluidity. See me, 19 years old, slightly inebriated from some cheap wine my of-age friend bought me. I'm talking on Skype with a girl I was interested in, saying for the first time out loud, I would be so happy if I just woke up one day and was a boy. I was met with silence. Oops. At the time, it was a fleeting thought. I didn't have much support to pursue it further, so I dropped it until I ended up having to transfer out of U of M to a different university, move back in with my parents, and navigate a difficult breakup. Sometimes, one transition begets another. Having moved back in with my parents, I had easier access to Affirmations, an LGBTQ+ community center in Ferndale. It was there that I fell in love with my first found family of trans friends through FTM Detroit. I cannot begin to explain how extraordinary it is finding your people at such a pivotal moment. With their encouragement and the immense support of my then partner, I was emboldened to seek out Darnell Jones, co-founder of Transcend the Binary, an activist, advocate, and caregiver for our local trans community. He supported folks seeking to pursue hormonal transitions, both with pharmaceutical counseling and providing a safe space to speak freely about expectations related to physical changes. Darnell also taught me how to assert myself in my identity. Own your space, he told me. I don't need to explain who I am to people who refuse to understand. I own my space because I am inherently worthy of celebration. With the privileged number of supports I had, I began my medical transition on August 6, 2015, coming up on 11 years ago. It was an honor to have Darnell be an influential part of my transition, and since his passing in June 2016, I've held on to his memory by continuing to own my space and living authentically as myself. Something I've learned to embrace is that my personhood is always in a state of transition. Per the Greek philosopher Heraclitus, change is the only constant in life, and I believe that applies to all aspects of our existence. As I've relayed, I've not been afraid to try out new queer identities to see what fits best. My non-binary identity is a core part of my personal being. It is intertwined with both my perception of the world and how I move within it. And yet, it's just a single facet of who I am. My non-queer identities are in a constant flux as well. I've been an activist, a sex educator, a chemist, a dog walker, a behavioral cancer researcher, an AV tech, a clinic escort, as just a handful of examples. Our bodies and awareness of them are ever-changing too. Physical ability is a privilege that is only temporary in our lifetime. With years of additional research and community advocacy, mental health and neurodivergence diagnoses have become more prevalent. I was diagnosed as autistic and twice exceptional just 2 years ago, and I've cycled through quite a few different mental health diagnoses throughout my life. Every day, every hour, every moment, my perception of myself changes just a little bit, and that influences how I interact with the world around me. From my queer to my hidden identities, I believe all of my past selves are still a part of who I am and have shaped who I will become. In the United States, trans activists and revolutionaries have spent many years advocating for recognition in the public sphere as people deserving of equal treatment in both queer and non-queer spaces. During the Obama era, trans visibility had generally positively increased and some voices were heard, resulting in notable policy improvements, including expanding insurance coverage to include trans health care. Trans women, however, and especially Black trans women and femmes, have consistently been hypervisible, mocked, fetishized, and taken the brunt of transphobia, resulting in disproportionately high rates of assault and fatal violence. Since the induction of this administration in 2017, we have been living through a racist and transphobic reactionary backlash. Hypervisibility has increased exponentially, furthering the dehumanization of our community, escalating the violence towards our most vulnerable, stripping us down to a concept to other, to fear, to demonize. They are trying to turn us into something, not someone. We are more than what they say we are. There's something to say about the pure joy you witness when someone is defiantly living their authentic truth. I have borne witness to the purest, most resonant guffaws of laughter in trans spaces. I've had the privilege of embracing a friend who valiantly dares to wear their boldest outfit in spaces that may be timid to their unabashed expression. To behold the glow of confidence in our youth and elders, trying that new name, those new pronouns that finally feel just right. I am in awe of our creative spirit, speaking poetic words to secrets kept between T4T lovers, divulging gender explorations unheard and unwitnessed until they come alive with the stroke of a pen, beholding limitless self-expression in every art medium conceivable. And I am proud of those seeking comfort in the radical resistance of rest and mutual aid in a capitalistic society so determined to wear us down to our bones. I contain multitudes. We all contain multitudes. I have felt joy, failure, laughter, regrets, dreams, longing, and complete confidence in knowing that I am loved, because I have people who see me for all of who I am. Each and every part of my holistic human experience is worthy of celebration. Will you join me in seeing us for who we really are?
Friends, I invite you to remain standing as you're comfortably able, turning in our gray hymnal to number 301.
Dear ones, take a moment and look around. Look around you and look at those who are joining us virtually. The camera is right at the back. Look and really see and notice that you are among the this and the that, the somewhat and the whatnot, the sort of and just, the neither and both. And now, having noticed, I invite you to return to the words we sang earlier and perhaps think of someone you might speak these words to in the coming week. Perhaps someone right here, perhaps someone else who is not here but needs to hear these words. Lean in. I love you. Once again, I love you. Now and always, I love you. Your lives are holy and divine. As you go forth into the days and weeks ahead, remember this. Your lives are holy and divine. Your lives are holy and divine. Go in peace, my friends. May it be so. Amen.
Style.